We just got the go-home edition of SmackDown, and honestly, I feel like people are kinda sleeping on this show. We got what was kinda lacking lately, and that's a great wrestling match. As a matter of fact, I actually believe the opening match was great as well. I'm already a big fan of LA Knight, and Bray Wyatt is slowly turning into possibly the Fiend. My man snapped on this dude. Well, see, the great one, it's actually a lot different than you think. It's Uncle Howdy making all these sounds in my head. Uncle Howdy's the type of guy who always kiss you on the lips, no matter if you're a hot girl or a daughter. But before we talk about all that, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Wrestling GM. Solo game dev challenges billion-dollar corporation AEW and comes out on top. And this David vs. Goliath story was only possible through a passionate and loyal fan base. As a result, Wrestling GM takes the crown for the best Wrestling GM simulator on mobile. And you guys know, if you want a general manager game with no limitations, Wrestling GM is the way to go. It gives you all the tools you need in General Manager. Pick a promotion, manage your roster, championships, upgrade your product, build teams, factions, rivalries, check your show's history, sign free agents, and so much more. And of course, you gotta make sure to book the best show possible. As you guys know, I've already played Wrestling GM on my channel. I had a lot of fun. If you wanna check the series out, the link is in the description below. Wrestling GM is available on both iOS and Android devices. Download the game by using the link in the description. Sounds easy, I'm the best booker in the world. Oh yeah? Prove it, Mark. Download the game. How are you guys doing today? I'ma keep it short tonight because, yes, Crown Jewel is happening in like 2 hours. Yes, I've just said I'ma keep it short tonight. Bobby is disappointed. The show kicked off with a very good match. I was kinda sleeping on this, if I'm being honest. It was Sonya Deville versus Liv Morgan in a no disqualification match. Like I've said, I was sleeping on this match, but it absolutely delivered. I thought, okay, we're gonna get a kendo stick. You know, Sonya Deville is not necessarily known as a great wrestler, but I was genuinely surprised. This was definitely the best Sonya Deville's match in her WWE career. Not sure about Liv Morgan, but it's up there. The biggest reason why I love this match is this spot right here. Liv was like, okay, I'ma do it myself. She's a bit of a crazy girl, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Howdy loves Liv Morgan. So that was definitely the best spot of the night. Then we got a bunch of chairs, and they actually went extreme, which is kinda unexpected. And the finish was great as well. Oblivion into all the steel chairs. This match absolutely delivered. Emma is glad to be back in the WWE after so many years. Xia Li makes fun of her for losing against Ronda Rousey. You're just a loser. Well, first of all, it's Ronda Rousey. And second of all, boom! I feel like she's a bit of a crazy girl too. Yes, people, Jake Paul is going to be in Crown Jewel. I hate my life. Then it was time for Ricochet versus LA Knight. Before the match, LA Knight bullies the announcer for getting his hometown wrong last time. And this introduction that you just did, it ain't good enough for a megastar like me. It might be good enough for this gymnastic jerk, and Ricochet jumps on LA Knight. This is actually hilarious because this is actually Ricochet's girlfriend. I don't know if they actually talked about that. I'm not sure. Whatever the case may be, Ricochet stands up for himself. I actually like LA Knight, man. I had no idea how good this guy is on the microphone, so this for me is almost like an introduction to LA Knight and what he's all about. So I absolutely love this. The match itself was also pretty decent. LA Knight grabs the ropes and pins Ricochet, so he takes the dub right here. Then we see the Bloodline Backstage. They talked about breaking the New Day's record as the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE. Jay wants to go to the ring to celebrate. Zayn tries to stop him, and it seems like Jimmy was kinda on Jay's sides too this week, which is kinda unusual. Why? My dogs. Sami Zayn is a treasure. Then we hear from Bray Wyatt, and this is where it gets finally a bit more interesting. He says he's not the type who likes to share his feelings, and it makes him harder when people interrupt him. And then he gets kinda interrupted by a crew member, so obviously he absolutely flips on this guy. I know you're here just to do your job, but I can't stand the way I'm thinking of things, and I hate myself. I'm a hair away from smashing your head into a wall. Look me in the eyes and apologize and mean it. He does say sorry, and Bray Wyatt is like, get out of here. This was actually more intense than I'm making it out to be. We saw a different side of Bray Wyatt, also a big reminder how great of a character, how great on the microphone, well, not actually on the microphone, you get the idea, Bray Wyatt truly is. It was actually quite a long promo, you know, I made it sound like it was like in 5 seconds, but that's not necessarily the case. Absolutely loved it, and it seems like we are kinda seeing the Fiend in Bray Wyatt. We're seeing an evil side of him. Someone is almost controlling him, and that evil side of Bray Wyatt wants to come out. And I believe at Crown Jewel we might just get some answers. There's no way he's traveling to Saudi just to talk or just to do some, you know, basic shit he would do on SmackDown. I think something special, some questions are going to get answered, and as we just saw, the Fiend is slowly coming back. Then we see the Usos. They're on their way to making history, and they become the longest reigning tag team champions ever tomorrow night at Crown Jewel. They got interrupted by the New Day, and they said, well, if somehow, some way you beat the Brawling Brutes, we're next. And then we see the Brawling Brutes attacking the Usos. The Brawling Brutes and the New Day actually teamed up, even though there's long history between the two tag teams, so that was fun to see. We see Solo and Sami Zayn. We are about to see a double splash, but Butch comes back with a shillelagh. Unfortunately, he couldn't dominate for that long. How are you guys feeling about the New Day versus the Usos again? I know the matches are going to be absolutely amazing, and I guess I'm down because for the past few, I don't know, man, probably years, it seems like the New Day are just here, you know, for merchandise and shit, and they're not actually doing anything that entertaining. We saw Shayna Baszler with Ronda Rousey. I actually love this. Can't wait for the match itself versus Natalya, because as you guys know, Shayna Baszler turned on Natalya for Ronda Rousey. So Natalya was definitely working as a babyface right here. That was not a long match. We saw the old Shayna Baszler, but with a shitty ass theme song, something that WWE desperately need to fix. Shayna takes the W, but then after the match, she wasn't done. Knee to the face, and WWE actually brought back blood. I mean, yes, that was not real blood, and that's actually even better because this basically proves WWE did this intentionally. WWE wanted to give us blood. I'm glad WWE can actually get away with it. We see MVP. He hypes up Omos. MVP introduces 5 men who are going to face Braun Strowman. Obviously, we hear Braun, and that was it. Yeah, he beats MVP. We see a few power slams. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I hate this finisher if I'm being honest, but yeah, Braun Strowman is a big train man. And finally, we got the main event, Rey Mysterio versus Walter for the Intercontinental Championship. This match was like around 12-13 minutes long. Definitely a pay-per-view level match right here, you know, as expected. We thought about this match, we knew it's going to be good, and it absolutely delivered, you know. I like watching Gunther in the ring. He's one of these guys, you put him against half of the roster, it seems like it's a dream match, right? Like, there are so many potential Gunther matches. He's so special, so unique. One of my favorite WWE wrestlers right now, if I'm being honest. So just like I've said, the match itself was great. I absolutely loved the powerbomb reversal, and the finish was pretty cool as well. He was going for the 619 big boot and a mid-air lariat or clothesline. 1, 2, 3, and Gunther retains the WWE Intercontinental Championship. That was your SmackDown. Great match, decent show. For whatever reason, it just didn't feel that special to me, but looking back, it was a decent show. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.